Welcome to Plaza Ciudad Jardín in Alicante, a public space located near the Ciudad Jardín tram station, one of its few active features today. Despite its central location and potential as a vibrant urban hub, the plaza currently feels empty and lifeless, lacking green space and social activity. In our project, we've reimagined the space as a dynamic and inviting environment that reconnects the community with nature, culture, and mobility. Join us as we explore our vision for a revitalized Plaza Ciudad Jardín, a place designed to thrive with life, activity, and sustainability. Despite the fact that our urban space is far from the main points of public infrastructure, it's well connected to the city center by public transport. The statistics from the interview show that the number of men and women around the urban space is fairly equal and that the age varies greatly. And almost 70% of the interviewed people were at the area for mandatory activities such as shopping or transportation. So how satisfied are the interviewers with the urban elements? We made a chart with several components and asked them their level of satisfaction on a scale from very satisfied to very unsatisfied. Horizontally, every answer has a score from +2 to -2. And vertically, we gave them a score how necessary they need to be changed. The three elements with the highest urgency are cleaning and maintenance, public seats and refugee, and waiting areas. We selected 3 keywords to represent our project. Connect, creating seamless links between transportation, people, and surrounding neighborhoods. Visible, designing an open, inviting space that encourages interaction and exploration. Enlivened, infusing the plaza with greenery, cultural activities, and vibrant social life. This is our neighborhood scale. As we said, it's well connected by tram. The buildings in the area are mainly residential, consisting of individual, attached, and multi-unit housing. Additionally, there is one health center and multiple schools. On top of that, there are sports fields and sports buildings. Across the avenue, there is an industrial area with a mix of shops, workshops, and warehouses. And finally, we analyzed the flat surfaces, which identify the public and private parks and empty areas. The closest center to our square is the outlet center near the university. To ensure the square attracts enough visitors, we are connecting these 2 locations. Along this connection, museums, cultural centers, restaurants, and retail stores will guide visitors toward the urban square. We made a wind and cold diagram which highlights areas with high and low sun exposure, and we have adjusted our terraces according to this plan to create spaces suitable for both winter and summer use. For circulation, we've changed the bus routes and tram stop to connect them directly to the public space, rather than the housing streets as they are currently. The current space feels too open, so we've introduced new volumes to create a more focused and enclosed environment. We aim to preserve as much of the existing greenery as possible, using it to shape the park. Additionally, we placed a playground at this specific location to enhance the visibility of the urban space. We designed a secondary alley, adding new uses such as skate park and parking lot connected by the pedestrian path. After exploring the concept, we are now applying these ideas to our own layout. Here you can see how we've incorporated the principles of the concept into the designs of our projects. 2 new buildings have been added, one of which has a new function, and several existing buildings have been expanded. We've enhanced the visual access between the market hall and the new tram station along our walking path. Alongside this, we've introduced new buildings with distinct functions, further enriching the area, and new terraces in front of the commercial building, connecting them seamlessly to the surrounding space. We have 3 sub-areas, divided into a seating area, sports area, and a playground. Those sub-areas are directly connected to the function of the commercial stores. To the existing pedestrian paths, we've added new paths inspired by the lines of desire. Additionally, we've added new crosswalks for easy accessibility. You can enter the new space from all 4 directions, and the lines of desire naturally lead towards each of these entrances. Our project reference for the public space include innovative designs for a market hall, seating areas, and shopping zones, all aimed at enhancing functionality and creating an inviting atmosphere for visitors. This is the urban space as it is now. The first step we took was closing the streets to make the area safer by eliminating car traffic. We are identifying the market as a potential core. Because we closed the road as space for potential buildings, we added new buildings and we renovated some pre-existing ones. Furthermore, on the other side we are adding buildings. Then we identified people's lines of desire and we designed the park inspired by those lines. Then we select each of these sections and add a different use per section. And finally, this is what our space is meant to look like. Moving on to our floor plans, we made sure that every entrance is facing the urban area. Next, our seating opportunities. We've added normal benches with back protection and round benches with some greenery. In addition, some fancy round benches including smaller table for kids plus benches around trees. For longer stays, we've added outdoor couches for relaxation and tables with seating designed for activities like having lunch. The sections illustrate the proportions of the volumes in the space and provide an interior view of the market hall. We've chosen materials for our urban space that complement the surroundings while also incorporating some new ones to modernize the area and make it stand out. Starting with natural stones for the walking paths, following with concrete for the skating park, for the terraces we chose wood. Then behind the benches we added flower beds. To mark the areas in front of the stores, we used paving stones to separate them from the other terraces. And finally, we're adding grass on the spaces such as on the playground. This is a point of view from our urban place facing the market hall.